Good day. My name is Harvey, and today I want to do an owner's review of this 2023 Piaggio Liberty 50S. So, this bike we bought brand new in 24 last year, but it's a 2023. We bought it for our son, and he's been using it quite a bit the last 2 years. He goes to visit his grandma at the lake. He's taken it to school, he's taken it to the store, and we live out in the country, so there's some back roads that we can take, paved back roads, and also gravel roads. I'm going to mention right now, this thing is quite good on gravel. It's surprisingly stable for a scooter. It's got the bigger wheels. So for those that don't know, Piaggio, Vespa, if you're familiar with those, that's kind of the classic looking Italian scooters, is actually owned by Piaggio. So they basically have the same motors, transmissions, all that kind of stuff. Different wheels, different styling. The Vespas are the classic look, and they are more expensive. So these are actually cheaper than what a Vespa would be. Like I said, my son, he's about 115 pounds. This scooter will do 70 kilometers an hour with him riding it. Someone larger like me, I'm 260 pounds, will maybe do 55 tops. But great little scooter to get you around. Would also be good for people in the city, as long as you're not taking on freeways or major highways. But we've taken it on some good adventures. We took it into the city, back roads, and there's always a fun way to go. And yeah, I've got an old motorcycle, so we ride together sometimes. And we got it for him. We wanted him to learn to be a little bit more independent too. And we paid, it was about 4,000 all in with taxes and everything. We hemmed and hawed. We wanted to buy a used one. There wasn't much in the market. So we said, well, there's always resale value when he wants to move on to a bigger machine or get a car. So I want to say things I like about it. Like I said, it's very comfortable. Seat is nice and comfy. You can have two people on there. The extra foot pegs right there. It is, I believe there's a belt in there. But it's all sealed, so very low maintenance. Oil changes are pretty easy to do. We've done one so far. It has a center stand, so you just lift it up onto the center stand. It's also, I installed this side stand, which I would recommend if you've got someone who's riding it. It can be pretty difficult, even though it's a small scooter, to put it on the center stand. So I got this one, and then you've got to hook up the electrical, which was quite a job. I had to take off a lot of plastics to do it properly. This part itself was easy, but the rest of it was kind of hard. But what it'll do then is, if this comes down by accident, the scooter will shut off, and it won't start with that down too. So it's nice to have that side stand. I would definitely recommend that. Other than that, like I said, it seems really well built. It's I just we'll start it up here. I think I can start it now. Actually, I have to just give me a sec. There we go. You have to have your hand on the brake to start it. So there you see the display, almost out of fuel, but these fuel bars will go up. They're black. We've had almost 2,200 kilometers on it. I just gave it a little wash. It was dirty. Little fuel sign has come on. Now, show you the trunk here. Trunk, it's nice storage in there. It says you can put a half helmet in there, but I don't know. It's pretty tight. Don't count on storing your helmet in there. One thing I really don't like about this, though, this is not very friendly to use at the pumps. it overflows way too easy. So what we do is we just fill it with a jerry can at home. It's a lot easier. They definitely could improve upon that. Now with these scooters, when you're ready to go, you kind of have to twist the throttle, and it takes about 2 seconds and then it'll take off. That's just the way they're designed. It's also a little storage. There we go, right in there. You just push the key in. There's extra storage there. There's no USB. That would be kind of one nice feature that they definitely could have. Just get an angle of it here. Anyways, we're quite pleased with it. I said it's quite comfortable even for an adult. I'm 6'2" and I'm actually pretty comfortable riding this thing. So I definitely, if you're in the market for a scooter, I definitely would recommend the Piaggio 50.